Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch me today. My name is Daisy. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, you are absolutely beautifully welcome. Okay, so wait, let me come closer because I really don't know if this is gonna turn out well, because this is my first time of using this part of my apartment, so I'm not sure how things are gonna turn out. Hopefully it does turn out well. So anyway, in today's video I am going to be talking to you about the things I like about Brazil and the things I do not like about Brazil. Yay! It's been a long time coming and I've always told myself I'm gonna do this topic, I'm gonna talk about this topic, and then anyway, I'm here again. Well, one thing I want you to know is there's actually one thing I'm going to talk about, what I love about Brazil, and this is going to be the most important thing of anything that I say in this video today. No matter what I say today in this video, no matter what I mention that I love about Brazil, there's one particular thing that I love the most. And living in Brazil can actually be very amazing, like very super amazing. The best thing, like I said, there is only going to be one thing that would be the most important thing of everything that I say here today. Okay, so and no matter what I say, no matter every other thing I mention that I like, this particular one is actually the best of them all and will remain the best for the rest of my life. Like, okay, so the fact that Brazil is actually a place you can live in and be very happy, and the fact that you can live here and not feel different is the most is the best. Is the best gift any foreigner can have. Okay, the fact that you can go to a country and you don't feel like you're black, you don't feel like you're white, you don't feel like a particular thing, you don't feel like you're Nigerian, you don't feel like you're South African, you don't feel like, oh, I'm from the UK, you don't feel like, oh, I'm an American. Like, you're feeling different from the people you have come to live with in the country. You don't feel different from the citizens of the country. That's absolutely amazing. What does that mean? It actually means that the people in that country accepts people from other country and embrace them as their own, like they're the same. So Brazilians, in a nutshell, Brazilians don't treat you differently. Brazilians don't make you feel different. Brazilians don't make you feel, oh, because you're from this country you cannot rent a house from me, because you're from that place you cannot stay here, because you're from this you cannot do that. It is actually amazing to live here in Brazil as a foreigner. You would never ever feel like you are different, because they are extremely welcoming, loving, accepting of others. Okay, so that's the best of anything, everything, anything I'll be saying here today and any other day of my life. Okay, so now the fact that they're very welcoming and embracing and all of that, they are extremely caring as well. Another thing is that they don't just accept you, they treat you like their own. Like, whatever, like for example, anything the government is doing, it's equal to citizens and foreigners. The same thing that goes for foreigners is the same thing that goes for citizens. Okay, oh no, the same thing that goes for citizens is the same thing that goes for foreigners. There's nothing like, oh, because you're a citizen so you get better things than the foreigner. No, anything that the foreigner gets, anything that the citizen gets, the foreigner gets. Okay, so all opportunities are the same, equal, no one is better than the other. That is Brazil for you. That is amazing, right? So now let's talk about something else. And another thing I like is that they are very business oriented people. If they really want to do business, they really do business really good. And what I like the most is the way they advertise their products. Okay, if they want to, for example, they come into the train and they want to advertise their products, you know, the way we do it in Nigeria. Yeah, you know, Nigerians are very commercial people. Nigerians know how to advertise and convince you to actually buy something even if you don't need that thing. Yeah, exactly, Nigerians are like that. So same thing goes for Brazilians have, you know, that type of skill too. When they advertise for something, you would be forced to listen. The way they come into the train, barge into the train, I love it. Like, they just come in and then they become rascals in business, and then they start talking blah. If they start talking to you about a wristwatch, you feel like buying the wristwatch even if you don't need it. Or they come into the train and they are advertising just candy. You'll be forced to buy the candy because it's so nice to hear them talk about how the candy works and that. So it's really nice. Although Nigeria rocks it better. Nigerians are, you know, a little bit better than, you know, I wouldn't say they are better, you know, but Nigerians can really convince you to buy something. I swear, when they start the advert and all of that stuff, even if you don't need that thing, man, you'll be forced to buy. So Brazilians are like that too, but Nigerians rock a little bit more. Anyway, let's move into the next one. So now another thing I love about Brazil is when you go to their churches, they don't force you to pay tithe and offering. And going to church right here in Brazil is not all about, oh, we need so much crowd in our church. In fact, if you go to a Brazilian church and just one person is there, they will do that service and they'll be very fine. They don't care about pulling crowd the way we do it in Africa, the way we do it in Nigeria, or even in America. Pastors are usually in other parts of the world, they are always very interested in filling up the whole auditorium, having so many people coming to their church. That's the way for them to feel like, oh, they are serving a living God. No, in Brazil it's not like that. They don't go evangelize because they want their church to be filled up. They evangelize because they want you to come to God, okay? And they don't force you to pay offering, they don't force you to pay tithe. In fact, if you don't even give, it's not their business. In fact, they would almost not even carry any tray around for you. There's a church I went when I was in Rio de Janeiro. They never used to pass anything around for us to give offering. The church I'm going here now in Sao Paulo, they just do it as if so that it will not be like we don't collect offering. And nobody even puts anything and nobody cares. They just pass the tray around and nobody, they are very rich people in the church, but nobody puts anything and nobody cares. They don't force you. Even tithe, they don't force you to pay nothing. So it's amazing that to see that what matters to them is that you come to God and you come to church, worship, and just go home. And not the way we do it back home, where the whole church is all about miracles, taking money from people, extorting people, offering tithe and all of that stuff, and performing fake miracles that don't exist. Here, I've not seen anybody performing any nonsensical miracles. I don't know about the evangelical churches, because they do have evangelical churches as well here. I don't know if they do that here, but I don't hear so much of all those miracle things to get money from people and all of that stuff. They would even help you as a person who comes to the church if you need help, rather than take from you the way we do it back home and every other places in the world. Anyway, let's move on. Another thing I love so much is now their immigration laws are very lenient. Like, immigration laws are lenient. It's easy to get that document, that passport, that PR. You know, it's easy to get everything. And yeah, it's easy. Anything documentation, immigration laws are very easy. It's easy to approach their immigration office, the Polícia Federal. All these things very easy. They don't make life difficult for people to get documents. No. They are top on the list when it comes to, you know, when it comes to leniency, when it comes to being lenient towards foreigners in getting their documents. It's not difficult at all. And to stress the point, I know a lot of people, this might be your first time watching my video. You can go through my videos to see what I've said about Brazil, the things you can benefit from living in Brazil, a whole lot of things. And the fact that they are so kind to a point that, I don't know, Brazilians are just very nice, very kind and all of that stuff. They are so kind to a point that they think about other people outside and are not even living in their country. The fact that you can come here as a foreigner to study for free, the fact that you can come here as a tourist, and then if you're sick you can go to the hospital even with your tourist visa, you get medical attention for free. That tells you a whole lot how caring they are. Yeah, that tells you a whole lot how accepting of other people that they are. So it's amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah, I talked about immigration laws being very easy, simple. I don't like their criminal laws. Their criminal laws are extremely lenient, okay? Lenient to criminals even. So, but that one, I'll come to that later, because that one is to annoy me. I don't see why somebody should commit crimes and then you give them small sentences. Anybody that commits a crime should go for a long time. That is my take, because I have zero tolerance for criminals. Anyway, I'm going to get into that. So, I think that's that for me. That's that. For that, about things that I like about Brazil. Remember, I said, let me recapitulate. I remember that I said that when you live in Brazil as a foreigner, you don't feel different. You don't feel like you are anything. You feel like you are part of the country. They treat you like that. You feel like that. You live like that, period. And the fact that they're very nice, kind to people, they would always want to do anything to help. That's Brazil for you, or Brazilians for you. But mind you, anyway, I'm going to get to that. So let's go right into the things I don't like. Now, the things that I don't like. Yeah, the things I don't like is, in no particular order as well, the fact that you go on the street or on the way, you're going on the road and you're extremely conscious of your bag. Oh, keep your phone here, hold your bag this way, you know. The fact that you can just be going on the street and somebody snatch your phone, that one, at least coming from Nigeria, I know there's poverty in that land, even though we are so rich. in everything, but we are poor thanks to our government. People, a whole lot of people are going through stuff, poverty everywhere. But despite that fact, you cannot just be going on the street and somebody just snatch your phone just like that. It doesn't happen in Nigeria. They still, I'm not saying they don't steal in that country, but the way it is here, it's like a job here. People wake up in the morning and it is already in their head that they're going out to steal. That is, it's the same way like you're going to the bank. I'm going to work in a bank. You're working as a salesperson. You're working as a waitress. It's exactly the same thing. People who still here wake up in the morning to go to work to steal. So the fact that I can be going on the street and I'm so conscious holding my bag, like I don't want them to steal my phone, I don't want them to take this from me, I don't like it. Like I feel boxed, I feel uncomfortable. You can't even bring your phone 1 minute without somebody tapping you to remind you keep your phone in your bag. So that's so bad. And what causes it is because a whole lot of the youths are probably into one sniffing thing or the other, and then they're all, some of them are on the streets and they need money to keep their, what is it called, addiction, afloat. So as a result, there's a rise in stealing of people's things and selling them for cheap, and so they can feed their addiction. So anyway, I don't like that. Second thing is that I don't like, now this one now is somehow, I don't like the fact that a whole lot of the youths don't like to go to school. Like especially the black and the brown community. The white Brazilians go to school more than the the white Brazilians go to school more than the black Brazilians. Okay, so I'm not sure why the population of the black and the brown don't like going to school. A lot of them are, I don't know, they either just want to be on the street selling things, or they just want to be rascals and be on the street sniffing things. I don't know. That doesn't mean that there's not, some of the white Brazilians are not on the street, but majority of the people you find on the street are the black and the brown. They don't want to go to school, and at the end of the day they will tell you, oh, I'm marginalized, I'm black, it's because I'm black and that's why I'm like this. It's not every time you hide under the fact that you are a black person, that's why you're being treated like that. Take care of yourself first and see if people will not respect you. If you go to school, you educate yourself, you keep yourself in a certain standard, people will be forced to respect you. Would anyone have ever believed that Barack Obama would have been the president of America at any point in time in life? No, nobody would have believed it. But why did he get there? Barack Obama got to where he got to as the president of the United States of America at one point in time in his life because he prepared himself. He's black. He went to school. He took the necessary courses he needed to do. He built himself. He joined political parties. He continued to speak his mind. He built himself to a certain level. And at the end of the day, even though he's black, people don't want him to be the president. He still beats that odd because he built himself. So if you prepare yourself, you build yourself, you go to school, people will be forced to give you that job despite your skin color. So, but even here in Brazil, discrimination is not really high compared to other places that I have lived in. So there, it is not every time we should give those excuses. Oh, because I'm black and that's why I don't have that opportunity. Because I'm brown, that's why I don't have this opportunity. Go to school first, build yourself or put yourself in a certain level and see if people will not naturally respect you. This happened to me actually when I was living in Dubai, when I was teaching in Dubai. Yeah, I was a black teacher. Yeah, in Dubai, everybody knows racism is this high, like that high, very high. To a point where people will show it to your face that you are nothing because you are black. Not just black, you are black African. Let's get it right. Black African. They will bother you, they will give you stress, they will frustrate. Go ask anybody who have lived in Dubai. And when I was there, I was working first as a teaching assistant, and then later I worked as a teacher. I grew like that. And then when I was working as a teacher, and both teaching assistant and a teacher, my principal would always use me as a reference, as an example to other people because of the way I handled children, because of the way of how extremely educated I was. She couldn't stand my level of, I don't know, she was always using my observations and written observations and everything I do about the children to show other people as an example. So people, all those people like the Filipinos and the Indians that are always talking down on the black Africans, they couldn't bring me down. They couldn't talk me down to say, oh, she's like, because they would always report you. Especially the Filipinos, I'm sorry to say. They will report you at, not me only, anywhere you work with them all over the world. They will report you. They will report you as a black person until they will terminate you. That is the way they are. Filipinos are like that. The Indians too will join, but the Filipinos are the worst. They will gossip and gossip. They will report you for nothing. They will keep reporting you so that you can be terminated. Oh, because you're black. Sometimes they would even cover their nose that you're smelling. So that is the kind of things you find in those kind of, the Middle East and the Asians, all this kind of things that they do that doesn't make sense. But me, when I was working, nobody could look down on me. That's the fact, because I am there like that high. So when the principal of the school would always use as an example for other teachers, use your work, how you handle children, how you write your observations about children, each child, and how you follow the protocol of the early years foundation rules, everything. When the principal of the school cannot help herself but melt over you and show you out all the time, like she's always too proud of me, and what can other people do? So even if you're black, no, they would have no choice than to respect you. That's what I'm trying to say. So build yourself first, and don't over assume because you're black that's why you're not having this opportunity. Do you first, build you first, and see people will not bend. They will bend by force. They respect you. They don't have a choice. Anyway, let's move to the next thing. Okay, so now here, another thing I don't like is that what did I write? I can't even see what I wrote because I'm not on my glasses. Yeah, another thing is that here in Brazil, I don't know, I would have loved that their women wear more clothes. They don't wear clothes. Like, they practically walk naked on the street, like breast out, bum out, and all of that stuff. Their men dress well. I've never seen any one of their men dress naked or show bum or sagging or all of that. No, they like drawing tattoos, yeah, but I don't really see their men dressing naked. But you see their women, I would have loved that they wear more clothes, because the thing is, even their small children also dress the way their mothers dress. Bum out, breast out, bras and pants on the street, and I don't understand it till now. So if you think Americans, Canadians, British, and all these Germans, all these Westerners, if you think they dress naked, oh no, they are learning where Brazil is. They are learners. Actually, they are babies where Brazil is. In Brazil, their women practically wear almost nothing. See, I don't have anything against being sexy. I actually like when a woman dresses very, very sexily. Like, being sexy is part of a woman's beauty and crown and honor and all of that stuff. So I really, really love when a woman looks sexy. But there's a difference between looking sexy, dressing sexy, and dressing naked. Okay, so you can actually dress very sexy, beautifully, but not necessarily naked. Okay, so I don't know, you can be very, very sexy, and then I don't have to see your bum out, any part of your flesh. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and the only thing that makes me sad is when their mothers dress like this, their children to dress, and it's okay. They don't see anything bad. Their children can wear anything, expose their body, and I don't fancy that. So their women I would really love if their women can start dressing more decent. It would be very nice. Everywhere in Brazil, although there are some very responsible families that they actually dress really nice, but it's very common to see women dressing almost naked on the streets. I don't fancy that. So another thing I don't like is the fact that there's a whole lot of femicide. A situation whereby when a woman is done with a man and she doesn't want to continue with the relationship, then the man might just waste the woman. It's a whole lot here. I don't know why it's like that. It's not only on the man's side, the women too. If they feel they are not done with you as a man and you leave them, it's a problem. The woman can waste the man can waste the woman. So I'm not sure why they cannot accept reject. They don't know how to accept rejection. They are very uncomfortable when you reject them, especially in anything, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. So if you're coming from Africa and then you want to really date them, be sure that you want to really love them and be in a relationship with them, because they don't like cheating. They don't like you cheating on them. They don't like anything cheating. They don't like it. So if you're coming with that mentality from Africa, especially men in that Nigeria that treat women anyhow, you can't do that here. You don't cheat on them, you don't beat them, because if you do all those things, there are either two things that can happen to you. Either they blow your brains down, your brain go down, or you go to jail if you touch them. So it's not like the one in Nigeria where even in Africa, a lot of countries in Africa where women are being battered and bullied and beaten and cheated on, and still they'll still stay in that relationship, and then they'll still give birth to 100 children in that relationship, and they'll still continue suffering in the relationship. You can't do that here to any woman. If you try it, you find yourself in jail or your brain on the floor. Finish. So either way, if you're dating them, make sure you're dating them sincerely, genuinely. You're not cheating on, they don't like it, whether man, whether woman. And another thing is, if you're dating them and you want to be done with them, you want to go your way, if you see that they are giving you problems, they don't want you to go, they're stalking you, you better move far away, because otherwise I will see you in the SBT news. I'm telling you, I'll see you on TV. Move far away. If you see that anyone is stalking you, not wanting you to go, not wanting to release you, if I cannot have you, nobody can have you, you better pack your bag and move to a place where nobody will know where you're living, change your phone number, all of these things, because I'm not joking. Otherwise I'll see you on television. And for the past 1 month now, I refuse to put on my television because of the rate of this one left me, I gunned him down, that one left that man, they wasted him, I'm tired. So I've not watched a TV for a long time now because of that, because I think I started getting traumatized because every time I watch these things, and because they usually show the CCTV camera, you know, they show the CCTV, how the man will go and gun the woman down, or how the woman will send people to go and gun the man down. They show all these things. So because I was watching a whole lot of it, it started accumulating, and then at the point in my life I couldn't take it anymore. It started disturbing me. I switched off my TV for 1 month now. I have not put it on because I think I am getting traumatized because of the rate of wasting of people, or because of a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend. Another thing I want to say, if you're in a relationship with somebody and your partner has dated one of them before, and that person is still disturbing your partner, and your partner is giving that person attention, you better go. Otherwise, either they waste you or they waste your partner. Anyone. A word is enough for the wise. If a woman or a man outside is disturbing your relationship, doesn't want your partner to rest, continue, and your partner continues, except your partner is not encouraging the person. If your partner is not encouraging the person, but the person keeps disturbing you, both of you should move far away. Go away, like to a place where nobody will know where you are. But if your partner is encouraging the person outside to continue to have a relationship outside, you know, to continue to strengthen him or her more, you yourself, move yourself away and go far away. Save your life, save your children. That's all I'm going to say about that. So now let's move to the next thing that I do not like. Okay, now another thing I don't like is the fact that how am I gonna say this now in Brazil, when Brazilians get angry, they don't talk. It's not like Nigeria where they start shouting and, you know, senselessly screaming and are already ready to fight. Brazilians are not like that. You know, the way Nigerians scream and yell and fight and always ready to you know, Nigerians don't listen before they react. They react before they even know what's going on, before they listen. They don't even listen at all, but they just want to fight, which I really don't like. I don't fancy it at all. But here in Brazil, when you annoy them, they don't talk. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do the way Nigerians do, or most Africans will do. Always ready to defend themselves. They're always in defensive mode. Africans are like that naturally. Brazil, when you offend them, is always here. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to scream. They don't know how to yell out. They don't know how to you just offend them. Is in their heart. It's in their mind. They might even be eating with you, you know, dining with you, playing with you now, laughing with you, but in their mind they are angry. You've done something to them, but they will not talk. So that I don't know. I really don't fancy, because I don't know. Even though I do not like the way Nigerians react to situations, or most Africans, you know, black Africans react to situations, I would rather somebody scream and yell out, so that at least I know, oh, I have offended you, oh, sorry, or we find a way to solve it. Then I know you're angry, because at least you're saying something. But here, Brazilians don't talk. So you don't even know whether you offended them. You don't know whether you've not. You don't even know nothing. And that I consider more dangerous, because me, the way I handle issues, when I feel uncomfortable with what you're doing to me, when I feel uncomfortable, I talk to you about it. I call you. If I'm not sure, I ask you, this is how I'm feeling. Is it true? Is this what you've done to me? And I try to be sure. But if I'm sure, I will still call you to let you know, man, this is how I feel about what you've done to me. And then we'll resolve it. That has always been my way of resolving issues. But getting angry at somebody and putting it here, nah. It's a no-no for me. I would rather have somebody scream and yell and shout and ready to fight, so that at least I know that you're angry at me, and then I can quickly apologize, or we find a way to resolve our problem, other than just have it in mind, and then I don't know and then you be eating with me, sleeping with me, dining with me, laughing with me, and then I don't know you're angry with me. That one is a problem. Anyway, let's move on. This video now is getting too long and I don't want it to get too long, so yeah. Now, I don't like the fact that things are expensive. I'm still struggling to understand why that is. Things are really expensive, like compared to the minimum wage and how people monetarily survive. I don't know. I'm still trying to understand why things are expensive. I don't get it. So if you know why this type of thing happen in so many countries, please put it down in the comment section. Let me know, what do you think causes things to be expensive in a country where money is not really coming in the economy? There is no money, but things are actually expensive. Let me know what you think about that, or why you think that happens in different countries. Anyway, the next thing is, another thing I don't like is the fact that when you're processing anything, they don't communicate. If anything changes in the system, they don't communicate. You would have to be alert. You have to pay attention to know what is changing, what is not changing. What if they try to call you once, you don't pick up, they drop your case. They drop it and your file is somewhere. You have to. So anytime you're processing anything, pay attention to your emails, pay attention to your calls, because they lack communication. When in any process, they lack communication. If anything at all you don't hear from them, make sure you always go to their office and go on time to know how your processes are going and all of that. So they lack that thing, communication through emails. I don't know why they don't even use the emails regularly. The world is using emails everywhere. I don't know why it's so difficult for them to use emails to communicate effectively and very well. I'm not sure why. So anyway, another thing I don't like, I think this is the last one, yeah, is that let me see if I'm sure this is the last one. Yeah, so the last thing here on my list is the fact that I don't like the fact that when people commit crimes, when they go to jail, Brazil gives them small sentences. When somebody kills somebody, please put the person away. We don't want the person in the society. Somebody cannot be a serial murderer, serial killer, and then you're giving the person 20 years or 50, and even in that 20 years, they will not finish the 20 years. Then you release them. There is one now I'm watching presently on TV. I watched like 1 month ago. They'll be releasing him. Yeah, I watched it up until last year, December. They'll be releasing him here. They'll be releasing him in this year now, 2025. And that person now is going to be somebody's neighbor. Now, what I've told myself now, I have marked his face. Anywhere I see anybody that looks like him, I'm immediately, whether he's the one, he's not, I'm moving out of that environment. I'm going to another environment, because I cannot have a serial killer be my neighbor now. So I don't understand. No matter what you commit as a crime, they would always, they don't give you reasonable sentences. I don't know, they don't give reasonable sentences that would teach that person a lesson. Okay, so even people that waste people's lives will go, they would even give them opportunity to come out and play small, party a little bit, and then before they return back to, can you imagine? So the people now that they wasted, that are already in heaven, do those ones have the opportunity to say, oh God, I'm coming back, okay, I just want to go spend 2 or 3 days on earth, I'll be right back, okay? They don't have that opportunity, and then they will come down to earth, play a little bit, and then they go back to heaven. There's no opportunity for them to do that. So why are you giving murderers opportunities to come? Not just murderers, people who have other crimes. They're so lenient. They don't give long sentences. If you carry all this white powder, they don't even give you reasonable sentence. In some countries, they waste you because of the powder. But I don't support wasting people because they carry powder. You can give them long sentences, but at least not the way Brazil does it. Just small sentence, and then when they come out again, they will still go back to that same powder job and carry again and come back again because they didn't learn anything. Anyway, I don't know. I don't like their criminal laws and their criminal penalty. I don't like the penalty they give people. And I believe anyone that commits a crime should go longer. It is, stay away from crimes. It doesn't pay. Okay, so anyway, this is it from me today. If you have any comments, put it down in the comment section below. This is absolutely so long now. Hey. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.